Welcome to this week's balance workout, everyone. If you're a little shaky on your balance, I would, of course, suggest, as usual, that you get a chair or do this next to a counter or a nice sturdy piece of furniture. Okay, we're going to come into a split stance. So I want you to take your right foot forward and place your left foot back. Okay, and we're going to be working on a little rotation directional balance today. So from this stance right here, where you're a little more unsteady than you ordinarily would be if your feet are together, we're just going to turn. Okay, so look to your right like you're passing something over to someone on your right, and then do the same thing on your left. Okay, so you might notice as soon as you do that, because we're in this little more awkward stance, already it's a little more difficult. Okay, now if you're doing fine with that, maybe try to take that turn a little bit more. So maybe like looking back over your shoulder more toward the corner of the room. And then if you're still doing okay, maybe take a nice big turn, like right back over your shoulder. See if you can see behind you. And back toward me. All right, we're going to do that same thing if you're up for it. Okay, so this is just leveling up if you were fine with that first round. If you weren't, because this can be challenging all on its own, just keep the heels on the floor. Okay, if you want to take more challenge, here we lift the heels up. Okay, so now we're trying to balance on our toes in a split stance, and we're going to do that same thing. We're going to look to the right and then look to the left. Now, when we come back to the center, I want you to set your heels down just for a second because the legs are going to get really, really tired if you're up on the toes for too long. And then when you're ready, try that again. Come up on the toes, and if we did okay the first time, maybe take that a little bit more of a turn. Okay, maybe look back toward the corner of the room. Okay, and again, set the heels down in the center. Give it just a little rest there. And then one more. We come up on the toes, and then remember that big twist, looking back over your shoulder. Can you see what's going on behind you? Back toward me, and heels down. Okay, and as usual, it's okay if you didn't make it through all of those, okay? But make a mental note of where that got really, really difficult, and then keep practicing right up to that point. Okay, and of course, we want to do that on the other side. So this time, take your left foot forward, right foot back, and we start off with those simple moves. Okay, look to the left, look to the right. Okay, look a little bit more. Okay, and keep in mind the sides are not equal. So you may find something is relatively easy on one side and it becomes much more difficult when you put the opposite foot forward. Okay, so injuries make that happen, plantar fasciitis, knee issues, all that stuff can add to the challenge. Okay, so make a mental note of that too. Hey, that was pretty easy on my right side, but it was a little harder on my left side. So maybe that's the side I need to practice a little bit more. Okay, and then if you want to level up, if you don't, just leave the heels down. But if you want to take it more challenging, we come up on the toes and we look to the left and we look to the right. Okay, set your heels down for a second. When you're ready, lift back up on the toes. Try a little bit more. Look a little bit past your shoulder on each side. And then one more. Just see how far you can go with it. Okay, up on the toes. Can you look behind you? Might need to go a little slower up on the toes. And look behind you on the other side. Set the heels down. Perfect. That's it. That's all we do to practice our balance. Remember, just a few minutes or even 2 minutes per day. You will not believe the change in how your balance will improve. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.